From the Cronkite studios in downtown Phoenix, this is Cronkite News.
Hello and welcome to this special edition of Cronkite News. I'm Jake Gaden. Thanks for joining us. From borderlands to business, from education to law enforcement, our Cronkite News staff works in teams to deliver news on specific topics of interest to Arizonans. Tonight we highlight some of our top stories on the Future Beat, stories about technology and innovation impacting our community.
The federal government moved one step closer to requiring registration of drones. Cronkite News reporter Tom Blanton is in Washington, D.C. with the latest in the debate. Tom?
The plan is to create a public-private task force. That group will have a month to develop recommendations for a drone registration process. The task force comes amid growing reports of encounters between drones and other aircraft. From last November to this August, the Federal Aviation Administration got 764 such reports, 23 of them in Arizona. One official at today's announcement said finding the drone has not been as much of a problem as finding the person controlling the drone, and that's why they say this type of registration is needed to keep the skies safe. Live in Washington, Tom Blanton, Cronkite News.
I spoke to a business owner here in Arizona who uses drones, and he isn't happy with the FAA's decision. The new regulation from the FAA means drones will fly a little less freely, including here in Arizona. Brian Deathridge, a local drone business owner, is not convinced the restriction is necessary.
I think it's kind of worthless. You're going to have a tremendous amount of people that don't register their drones, that don't know, that don't follow this regulation anyway. So it just seems like an epic waste of time.
Deathridge owns Phoenix Drone Services, which uses drones to take aerial videography and photography. The drones his company uses were required to be FAA approved, and they are, but he doesn't think every drone should be registered.
I could go buy an AK-47 right now at the store, and I don't have to register it with the government. Why do I have to register my toy that I bought at Best Buy?
Deathridge says the media has over-sensationalized drone danger, and the FAA is reacting.
To this day, there is 0 incidents reported anywhere in the country of a drone ever hitting an aircraft.
In Arizona, you can buy drones online for as little as $50 or as much as $5,500. As long as you're not doing anything illegal, Deathridge says Arizonans should just have fun with them.
Don't let the regulations stop you. If you're interested in flying drones, go buy one, start to fly, go to your local hobby group, join a flight team. Don't be afraid. Don't let the FAA deter you.
And the FAA seems fine with that, so long as the drone is registered. The regional FAA office in Phoenix declined to comment on the regulations, but a press release said the Unmanned Aircraft Systems Task Force will deliver its findings on whether the regulation was effective or not on November 20th.
The study of the spread of bufflegrass here in Arizona is now high-tech. Researchers are using drones to track down the invasive plant. I had the chance to see how 2 ASU students are partnering together, combining science and robotics. Bufflegrass, it's not native, a dangerous fire hazard, and can spread aggressively, killing other native plants. Brenton Scott, an ASU PhD student who studies bufflegrass, has teamed up with Benjamin Stinnett, an ASU research assistant in robotics, to utilize a drone for their research.
So it's not only going to be a less effort on our part, but also give us some very high resolution imagery for other types of analyses.
Before, using other methods increased the spread of bufflegrass seeds, or didn't give them clear enough images. Now with drones, they are able to take pictures like these to map out the exact growth of bufflegrass, being a silent eye in the sky.
A project like this, we feel like we can really help them achieve a goal in a way that they wouldn't be able to otherwise.
And that's true. The scientists are closer than ever in finding a solution, all by the use of the drone.
That can actually aid us in gearing towards a study towards investigating different management strategies for either removing the grass or looking at the competition factors between this and native species within the preserve.
For Stinnett, using the drone for this project means something even greater in the robotic field.
I think one of the biggest problems that we face as roboticists is the negative connotation that drones have earned themselves because of inept pilots, because of people that aren't following the rules and regulations.
Using this project as a leading example to the public that drones can be used for good.
As regulations fall into place, as more people start coming up with new and innovative solutions that we can use our drones for, we're just going to push science and research and fieldwork especially past what we've ever seen before.
As Danette and Scott continue to work together using the drone, they will be taking near-infrared photos to distinguish between native and not native species of buffalo grass to see exactly where the problem areas are.
The internet is the way of life these days, but what supports the physical side of the internet? Cronkite News reporter Alicia Leonage tells us how two Valley companies have come together to find an efficient solution.
That's the sound of our society in 2015.
Handheld books used to be all that we knew. Until we pushed them aside, now everything is just a click away.
But staying connected means increasing the demand for digital infrastructure. The internet relies on data centers, buildings that store and process all the information. SRP's Clint Poole says today data centers consume 2% of all the power in the United States.
By the year 2030, data centers could grow to the rate of 20% of all U.S. power consumption.
With the growth of technology comes the demand for more resources.
All of these things are driving the expansion of the internet. Physically, that means more telecommunications cables, more data centers bring more power lines.
Yet SRP spokesperson Jeff Lane says the utility is staying ahead of the curve.
This is the first time it's been done in the world where a modular data center has been plugged into essentially an SRP power station.
SRP teamed up with Baselayer, a Valley technology company that constructs the modular data centers. These data centers are not only concealed, but they are located at an SRP electric substation and are plugged into the most reliable power source.
We're driving costs down because of the power reliability. You need less power infrastructure to support the reliability requirement.
And that means fewer transmission lines crisscrossing the state. In Phoenix, Alicia Leonage, Cronkite News.
SRP powers the data stations with 100% renewable energy. This is through the Renewable Edit credit program.
You can probably recall the Target data breach, which jeopardized more than 40 million debit and credit cards. Well, breaches like that are going to be harder for thieves to pull off. That's because banks are issuing new cards with new technology, making your transactions safer.
You probably got one in the mail or will soon. It's not just a flashy new card. The difference is in the chip, added to better protect you against counterfeit credit card fraud.
If somebody steals my card today and it's a mag stripe type of card, it's easy for the fraudsters to go and make multiple copies of those cards. Where the chip card, every single transaction that gets processed is a unique transaction.
A transaction that's more secure but may mean more waiting.
The chip has a little bit longer wait time at the checkout line, but it's just that one little hurdle to feel secure about the purchase.
And yet, another change.
So instead of swiping your card, as you're probably used to doing, these new cards require you to dip them into the terminal.
But just like you, businesses are also making the switch.
Anything to make our customers feel more secure.
Robert Scalf of Bikers Edge in Peoria found out about the change, and he did his research.
When it was going to take into effect, exactly what our responsibilities were, what it was going to cost us, and how we were going to go about it.
After October 1st, businesses like Robert's will be liable for any credit card fraud unless they have the new terminals installed.
It's the cost of doing business, absolutely. We're happy to. We either accept the changes and roll with them or fight them, which will do absolutely nothing.
You can't expect these cards to stop all fraud. Experts predict online fraud will jump as a result of this.
While this is new technology here in the U.S., the new chip cards have been around for years in countries all across Europe. But cost kept banks in the U.S. from switching over. That's because the cards we're used to swiping cost $1 to make, while the chip cards cost $3. Live in Phoenix, Yahaira Hawk has Cronkite News.
Dignity Health wants people to ditch their smartphones and engage in a real conversation. It's launched a tech awareness campaign to educate people about the benefits of in-person interactions. Cronkite News reporter Wafa Shahid is live in downtown Phoenix with details.
The event drew in quite a crowd and was the first of its kind to promote the Take Back Your Morning campaign in downtown Phoenix. What's the first thing you do in the morning? Dignity Health is urging Phoenix residents to take back their morning by ditching their smartphones and engaging in a larger conversation.
With my generation, with all the technology, cell phones, online interaction, emails, social media, we've really lost the need to look at the person in front of us.
A conversation defined by human interaction and human kindness. Dignity Health's Take Back Your Morning campaign created a human interaction lane at Cityscape in downtown Phoenix, where people passing by were encouraged to walk through the lane without using technology and engage with one another over a free cup of coffee.
Most certainly, people are on their phones way too often. As people, we've lost that interaction, I feel. We're always posting things up on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and we hardly don't talk to each other and sit down and have a coffee.
The Take Back Your Morning initiative is asking Phoenix residents to make a pledge to promote more in-person interaction with the hashtag #TakeBackYourMorning visible on social media accounts.
We've really lost a certain degree of our humanity, and we've replaced it with a superficial version of human interaction.
The Tech Awareness campaign encourages people to learn more about the health benefits of a technology-free morning. A Dignity Health survey actually inspired the campaign. It found that people estimate that they check their smartphones 134 times each day, and 80% of respondents feel people spend too much time on those phones.
By actually coming together and seeing each other in person, forcing that real interaction that we were designed to have, we can achieve so much more than a like or a comment on a post.
The next Take Back Your Morning campaign event will take place in San Francisco in December. Live in downtown Phoenix, I'm Wafa Shahid, Cronkite News.
Tattoos are a way to express yourself, but what happens when you don't want one anymore? I spoke with the medical directors of 2 companies who are using tattoo removal technology to make erasing tattoos easier than ever. At Delete Tattoo Removal and Laser Salon, it's just another day in the office.
And 10.
Dr. Jennifer Munn says she is removing tattoos quicker than has ever been done before with a machine called the Picoway.
The Picoway fires in a picosecond, which is 100 times faster, sort of in and out way faster, and that breaks up the ink into smaller pieces.
And look at the results.
Now this one is done. Now this is what I expect. We've pretty much been switching every single patient to this laser, and they are happy.
And while Dr. Munn and the professionals at Delete Tattoo Removal prefer the Picoway, the individuals at Tattoo Removal AZ at TrueMed Spa prefer a different type of technology. It's called Nano Q-switched technology, and Dr. Kevin Choi has been using it for the last year.
It's just like when you use acoustic energy to break apart the glass. You use the same concept.
He says the process is quick, between 30 seconds and 5 minutes, depending on the size of the tattoo. But it sure doesn't tickle.
So it kind of feels like bacon grease being shot at you over and over again.
Despite the pain, both businesses say they have more clients than ever. In fact, according to research done by MarketWatch, revenue from tattoo removal has gone up 440% in the last decade.
1, 2, 3.
How much does it cost? Well, according to Tattoo Removal AZ's website, tattoo removal can cost anywhere from $200 to $1,000, depending on the size and color of the tattoo.
Yelp can help people find reviews on restaurants, auto repair shops, and hotels. But if you had the chance to use Yelp when it comes to finding a healthcare provider or hospital, would you? Cronkite News reporter Lauren Michaels took a look at how online comments are evolving when it comes to your healthcare.
Yelp, a star review site and mobile app, has partnered up with an investigative journalism company called ProPublica to make medical data easily accessible to the public.
It's the first time such information is available at the touch of one's fingertips. Patients are now able to see detailed information about hospitals, nursing homes, and clinics on Yelp. Many feel this partnership is positive.
It's a good thing anytime you can take publicly available information but make it more accessible and usable to the public.
And a movement.
This is definitely a trend
for the government being more transparent, and then the public, I think, demanding more information at their fingertips.
ProPublica is helping by providing health metrics as well as information from the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services for about 250,000 hospitals and medical facilities across the U.S. In addition to the Yelp reviews, the app will now provide information such as doctor communication, quiet rooms, wait times, patient survival rates, and fines paid by nursing homes.
As of now, Arizona ranks low in providing such detailed information. Dignity Health declined to comment on this topic, but Banner Health wrote in a statement that they believe consumers make better choices when they're well informed. Medicare.gov data updates every quarter, so we can expect to see more information about our medical centers very soon. In the Broadcast Center, I'm Lauren Michaels, Cronkite News.
The Grand Canal in Central Phoenix is being celebrated as a huge part of the city, with new design plans to make it more welcoming for residents. Cronkite News reporter Ebony Johnson has a closer look at the canalscape.
I want Phoenix to one day be the greatest desert city in the world.
A high goal set by hopeful resident Will Novak. And with the help from the Salt River Project and Arizona Forward, the city of Phoenix is on the right track by reinventing the Grand Canal.
What really matters is to make your place awesome. The measure is that you want to shoot for is this a place you would ask your girlfriend to marry you at? If it is that beautiful, you've done well.
Carrie Wilcoxon with the City of Phoenix says the plan for this project is to make the canal more environmentally useful for residents in 2 steps.
First is to develop a multi-use path, an alternative bicycle and pedestrian route along the canal, or at least through Central Phoenix. And the second plan, which is, we think, just as important, is to reintegrate the canals into the city life.
Phase 1 of the Grand Canalscape project will expand from 15th Avenue all the way to 16th Street by adding pedestrian lighting and paved roads with the hopes of making a more inviting place for people to be.
Plans that are already in the design process and fully funded, with the majority of the money for Phase 1 coming from SRP.
According to the City of Phoenix, has a total budget of $4.9 million.
The main point of this project, however, is to receive as much resident input as possible.
For this project to work, we have to recognize that it's really not my project, and it's not the developer or the contractor's project. It's not even really the city's projects, it's the residents' projects.
I can imagine getting some tiles and having kids in their art classes paint the tiles and then putting the tiles on here and making a nice mural. They should be beautiful places. They used to be beautiful places, and we don't spend enough money on beauty, and it's an important thing.
Construction is scheduled to begin this summer. In Phoenix, Ebony Johnson, Cronkite News.
The City of Phoenix is collecting ideas on what the design of the Grand Canalscape should look like, with final design plans to be completed in March of 2016. Arizona is full of entrepreneurs looking to create the next best thing. Cronkite News reporter Jackie Padilla caught up with a local app designer who says his product could save a life.
It seems appropriate that Scott Gray works from home because his project is a personal one. He's the co-founder of Bloodhound, an app designed to help find people with dementia who may wander off. It's a situation Gray knows all too well.
It's scary.
His dad suffers from dementia and once went missing for 3 days.
He's always been there for you, and suddenly you're racing around to try to help him out, and you just can't.
So he created an app that uses Bluetooth technology to interact with a microchip. When a person reported missing is nearby, anyone with the app is notified and given a description along with information about what to do next. It's a tool Gray wishes he could have used when he was searching for his father.
It's a painful experience to wonder if your dad's freezing to death or dying.
From his residence, Scott's dad made it all the way here to Indian School Park, which is about 10 miles away, and days later was found another 10 miles away. And Scott thought maybe he's not the only one in his family experiencing this, and decided to take his app to an international platform. Gray is among the 5 finalists competing in the Phoenix Smart App Hack. It's an opportunity for app designers to go head-to-head for a chance to represent Arizona at the International Smart City Expo in Barcelona.
What this whole plan was behind this competition was to turn urban challenges into opportunity.
And Gray thinks the exposure will help people better understand what his app is all about.
Missing, and somebody can just be going about their day, and help save a life.
Technology that could help comfort families of those suffering from dementia. In Phoenix, Jackie Padilla, Cronkite News.
APAC will be October 7th. 3 participants will be selected to represent Phoenix in Barcelona.
A program designed to protect homeless teens is expanding along the Valley Metro route. I had a chance to find out how it's helping lead some of those youth to find a better path. Everyone deserves a safe place to go.
I don't know what to do. I'm tired, I'm hungry, I have nothing, and I need help.
A 16-year-old runaway from Las Vegas found himself in need of that safe place.
Where he was able to get some rest and get cleaned up and get something to eat. We were able to talk through with him what his issues were and what he wanted to do next.
Ken Lynch from Tumbleweed Center for Youth Development says every night 600 to 800 homeless youth are looking for a place to sleep in the valley. And they go where those young people are: parks, lakes, and public transit routes.
Well, it's just an agreement that we have with Safe Place and with Valley Metro. Wherever Valley Metro opens a light rail station, that's where we will be.
Safe Places is a national program that is for young people ages 12 to 25 who find themselves in crisis in their home life. It gives these teens a safe place to go without any pressure or persecution.
We expanded Safe Place at the 4 new light rail stations in Mesa. So with the extension of light rail into Central Mesa, we have extended our commitment to the community through Safe Place.
Teens wanting to use the Safe Place program need to follow 3 simple steps. First, hit the emergency button, tell the operator they need Safe Place assistance, and then follow the operator's instructions. This easy 3-step process has helped more than 100 teens this past year in Arizona and has helped Safe Places achieve their goal: return these teens back to their family.
He's back where he belongs, a much wiser young man for his experience, but he had reached the end of his rope. He literally didn't know what to do or where to go, and if it wasn't for Safe Place, who knows what would have happened to this young man.
In spring 2016, the light rail will continue to expand into Northwest Phoenix with 3 new stations that will also have Safe Place contacts at them as well.
If you want to brush up on your math skills or even master the latest video game, reporter Jackie Padilla found a local company that offers lessons for a wide variety of subjects.
Avid Brain is a local tutoring agency that's branching out from the classroom. The company started this year and already has over 1,600 tutors. From English and history to roller skating and poker, students have the opportunity to learn just about anything.
Tutoring agency based in Scottsdale. Owner and former college professor Keith Resendez says it's a system that targets a variety of student needs.
We're going to focus on academic because that's my background. A lot of test prep, a lot of academic from K-12 to college classes. However, we already have a lot of range from gameplay, Yiddish, just name it. Anything you can teach as a skill, we have it on our system.
You heard right, Yiddish. There are even tutors to help up your game in World of Warcraft. For Tamara Allen, working with students on any given subject isn't just a part-time gig.
I mean, I've been tutoring for over 10 years now, and I find that with experience, you just become more desirable as a tutor because people see that experience and they equate it with expertise.
Students can take in-person lessons, but the agency offers online sessions that it believes can be just as effective.
Technology allows students and tutors to interact with typical classroom tools, much like a whiteboard, all while using a computer.
When it comes to making money, Avid Brain says new instructors set their price and pocket 70%, and that payout can increase over time.
To be able to do what you love and make a decent living at it is really kind of priceless.
Resendez says his next goal is to globally expand this educational network.
Avid Brain doesn't require its tutors to have a degree, but does require a background check on all applicants before making them accessible to students. In the Broadcast Center, Jackie Padilla, Cronkite News.
If you were a kid in the 80s or 90s, you can probably remember playing Nintendo games on your NES or Nintendo 64. Well, just because you sold your games or your console doesn't mean they're not still out there and being played. I visited a couple video game stores in the Valley to find out where these games are now and just how much they're worth. Ian is reliving what he calls the glory days.
Let's just go for the bounce ball. All the other games that I play, like Super Nintendo and N64, it's definitely just You know, it brings back all the memories and stuff from playing with all my buddies, coming over to my house after school.
The 23-year-old is at the younger end of a particular niche of gamers who prefer the classics.
Nostalgia is huge, as people are like, oh, I remember playing that. I'm like, I remember getting the whistles in Super Mario Bros. 3.
To start all over. They don't mind the clunky controllers, pixel graphics, or even the high price tags. For $380, you can play this Nintendo game. Bubble Bobble Part 2 made its debut in 1993. Its cost then $70.
A recent purchase I just made, it was just for a single cartridge. It cost me around 150 bucks just for that single cartridge.
So who's driving the comeback?
A guy said a pretty funny line to me once. He said that he feels that he's still a kid, but with money now. So he's trying to get all his games back.
And he's right. Research analysts that watch the game industry say baby boomers coming of age are causing the increase in demand.
Games that were only a few bucks to $5 to $15 are now $20, $30, $40, $50 games, easy. And people pick them up and they're willing to pay the money.
But for fanatics like Ian,
dang, the DI.
The price tag will never matter.
It's really special to me. It's just like it's right here.
Research analyst Michael Pachter told us the nostalgic culture will keep the games around because as long as someone who played those games is still alive, they'll want to play them again.
That's it for this special edition of Cronkite News. Thanks for joining us. For top Arizona stories anytime, go to cronkitenews.azpbs.org.
Get the inside scoop on what's happening at Arizona PBS. Become an 8 Insider. You'll receive weekly updates on the most anticipated upcoming programs and events. Get the 8 Insider delivered to your email inbox. Visit azpbs.org to sign up today. 8 is Arizona PBS, a service of Arizona State University.